Hey everyone, it is Friday, November 4th. The time is 2 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 16 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of King and University Avenue. And that's a look in towards the financial district. And over in that direction is the entertainment district. And for this one, I'm going to head north up University Avenue here. And just north of College, University becomes Queens Park. And that's where there is, or at least there was, a large rally taking place. And I'll walk through that and make my way up to Bloor Street. And I was just up that way, live streaming the large event. And if you're wondering what that is, the education support workers, as well as some other supporting unions, have gone on strike. And it looked as if things may have been winding down as I was leaving. However, one of the viewers in the live stream said that the event should be running till 4. This here is Adelaide Street. I was wandering around the financial district yesterday, and it was just covered in fog. So things are much clearer this afternoon, and they're also much warmer. There is Momofuku, or at least what used to be Momofuku. Apparently that restaurant has shut down. And apparently this is the first of a number of rather warm days in a row. And I think by this time last year we already had our first major snowfall. And this would be Richmond Street West. And way off in the distance is the Provincial Legislative Assembly. There's a look west along Richmond. And there's plans here to build a 54-story tower on top of this building. I imagine they would probably be gutting this office tower as part of that plan. And this is Queen Street West coming up. And where I started was St. Andrew Station. And at this intersection you'll find Osgood. And just off in that direction you'll find City Hall, Nathan Phillips Square, as well as the Eaton Center. popular Queen West shopping district is just off in that direction. I think we might see some people making their way from the protest or strike. I'm not sure how you would officially phrase it, making their way south down University here. There's the Canada Life building. So what's going on just up ahead is, in the province, something to the neighborhood of 55,000 education support workers have gone on strike. And technically it's an illegal strike, as the province executed what's called the notwithstanding clause. Rather than negotiate with them the new contract terms, they opted to impose new terms using a very controversial measure. So technically this strike is illegal. And within the wording of Bill 28, it even stipulates that each individual member striking could be fined up to $4,000 a day. And education support workers include custodians, early childhood educators, assistants, and other administrative and supporting staff. And like a lot of public sector, and well, private sector for that matter, employees, their wages have actually fallen behind inflation. And since something like 2012, relative to inflation, they're down about 10%. And they're asking for 11%, which seems like a lot, but considering their average employee makes $39,000 a year, when the cost of living is going up so dramatically, it doesn't seem that unreasonable. That's their starting point, and the province doesn't even want to meet them and negotiate down from there. So public schools in the city are not in class today. I think it remains to be seen what will happen next week. But without the support workers, I think in-home learning would be the only option. And the next major street coming up is Dundas. And earlier, I forgot to point it out, but I walked by the U.S. consulate. And this would be Dundas Street coming up, and that's where you'll find St. Patrick's subway station. And I'll also be heading through an area known as Hospital Road due to 4 major hospitals being located between Dundas and College. look west, Chinatown is off in that direction. And the original Chinatown, which is now an area dubbed Little Tokyo, is off in that direction, as well as Dundas Square all the way over at Yonge Street. Here's a classic Toronto move. Blocking an intersection. It looks like there's plans for a 62-story building to spread out behind that one. And we've arrived at Elm Street. And University becomes Queen's Park just north of College. And it was closed to traffic about an hour ago, probably less than that when I was just up there. What I did was I hopped on the subway after the live stream and I headed south from Queen's Park down to St. Andrew, and then I immediately fired up this video.
Yeah, he turned to pee against their house.
There's the Toronto Rehab Center. I did a walk along this stretch of University not too long ago, featuring a Terry Fox mural, which is actually located right there. There's Mount Sinai Hospital on the left. So I can't tell if there's still a large gathering or not straight ahead. So this notwithstanding clause that's been executed can be used by the provincial government to suspend the Charter of Rights and Freedoms over a period of time, I think 4 or 5 years. And that's what they've executed, which limits the union members' right to bargain for an agreement or to assemble and protest. And it's really a measure that's only to be used in the most extraordinary of circumstances, such as wartime, or anything along those lines. Certainly not a labor disagreement. Are you going? Are you going? Are we playing chicken? And I think that's just what's going to get so much of the public on the side of this union. Even if people feel that they might be asking for too much, it's the fact that they're not even being given the opportunity to bargain for an agreement. For whatever reason, the province decided to hit the nuclear button, which takes away their fundamental rights and freedoms. And that's one of the reasons why this will be so fascinating to see it play out. So we are arriving at the scene. College Street has been closed off to the west of here anyway for a track replacement. And earlier today there were helicopters buzzing overhead. But there still seems to be a pretty good turnout. Fighting for student success and good jobs. I think there are other supporting unions joining in. And it's not just here, but all around the province. There are protests going on. And workers have been circling the building, or protesters and their supporters. So this area has really cleared out. They had guest speakers just up there, including the president of CUPE, right in front of the Provincial Legislative Assembly. But unfortunately, they're blasting this music, which is not good. This video could get taken down or demonetized. Music is the enemy of the YouTuber. So I'm just going to walk around the perimeter of Queen's Park here. I'm a proud mom and office administrator. There's a call center employee. These are mostly just people trying to keep their head above the water. And there's someone from 640. There's been a number of different news media here. I don't think I count. But it looks like we could be in for a long one, which is unfortunate for the kids. There's someone who is a teacher. There's an education assistant. I think one of the reasons why this is so important is if they don't contest this blatant abuse of the notwithstanding clause now, where else will it be applied? This is something that could crush workers' rights. For this and many other unions in the province. Coward, even I don't hide behind my clause. I knew someone whose kid had that same costume for Halloween. Not today, Dougie. Well, sadly, we had a very poor voter turnout. So in a way, we got what we voted for. We also had a poor voter turnout in the municipal election. You might be noticing a theme here. This is an old chant I remember from my T-ball days.
I would love it.
So this is the north end of the Provincial Legislative Assembly. And there is Queen's Park itself, rocking some beautiful fall colors. Something I haven't featured enough of on this channel, as I've been out of the country for 10 days recently. All right, now to continue heading north up Queen's Park, up to Bloor as per the plan. Maybe I'll head through the park itself.
We don't have enough leaves.
And just off in that direction is the University of Toronto St. George campus. That is Hoskin Avenue, and it looks like the police are blocking that off to traffic. Probably just to limit cars gaining access to Queen's Park here. This area is certainly no stranger to protests. What's my step counter at? Only 12,500. They had double that yesterday. That's probably a news chopper overhead. And here you can enter the museum station. That's the Royal Ontario Museum on the left. And on the right is Victoria College, part of the University of Toronto. Or rather, Victoria University, to be more specific. There is the Gardner Museum. And you can see the police blocking off traffic from turning onto Queen's Park there. On the left, we have the Royal Ontario Museum. So it's mission accomplished. I made it up to Bloor. Oh, it looks like someone's having a problem with their bike trailer there. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna head up to Bay Station, located in Yorkville Village. You'll notice a lot of high-end retailers on this stretch. It's Winners and HomeSense are open during the building renovations here. Two low-cost retailers located in a stretch of rather high-end retail. There's where a pottery barn used to be. And this walkway here will lead me up into Yorkville Village.
Do you want me to? Okay, I'm just gonna grab it.
And there is an entrance to Bay subway station. So I'm going to disappear into there. Or maybe, since I am starving to death, I'm just going to take a break first and see if I can figure out some food plans. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this walk starting in front of St. Andrew Station at King and University, heading north up University Avenue and Queens Park, all the way up here to the village of Yorkville. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's also a super thanks button appearing below these videos. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!